Assalamualaikum. I bet to everyone who are watching my video presentation today. So I'm sure that every person who actually watching my video is one among the panelists of ICOFEA 2021, which stands for International Conference of Future Education and Advances. So before I begin my presentation today, I would like to introduce myself first. My name is Nur Shakira Muhammad Saidun. Currently, I'm still studying for my Bachelor of Education, Guidance and Counseling in International Islamic University Malaysia for my last semester and last year. So as you guys can see, at our slide today, my research topic is perceived benefits and helpfulness of guidance and counseling program in a religious school. So now let's proceed to our introduction. So my study is a descriptive research design. My study design is a descriptive research. So the rationale of this study is to investigate to understand religious school students from Sekolah Menengah Agama Pulau Tawajar untuk Pahang perceive the services of guidance and counseling regarding career decision making. The third one, the second rationale of my study is to investigate the perception of students regarding guidance and counseling services for how far they could reach the benefits from the department. So that's the rationality of my study. We move to our statement of problems. So as everyone can see there, there's a three statement of problems. For the first statement of problem is lack of empirical study regarding the perception of guidance and counseling services in Malaysia. This is because most of the Malaysian researchers will make a studies regarding the role, the function, and also the benefits of guidance and counseling services towards students' well-being, but not taken action or of study towards what is student perceptions towards the role or the functions of counseling services itself. So the last one is author experience the lack of counseling services in her former school. As the author still studying in Bachelor of Education, Guidance and Counseling, uh, the author went to practicing as a counselor teacher in one full government school. But the former school, secondary school for the author is an integrated religious secondary school. So it has a really tremendous difference between the services in a full government school and a semi-governmental school. So that's why this is one of the seminal problem that has been applied in this study to make sure to driven uh, this study about the integrated religious school. Next, we move to our research question. So there's two research questions here. So the first one is what are the religious school students' perception toward guidance and counseling program? The second one is what are the students' perception towards the helpfulness of guidance and counseling counselors in the students' career decision making. So let's move to the objective of the study. So there consists three objectives of this study. The first one is to investigate the benefits of counseling unit towards religious school students. The second one is to study the extent of guidance and counseling roles regarding students' perception towards career decision making. And the third one is to analyze the functionality of guidance and counseling program towards students' needs. No matter if the need is related with the career decision making or something that related with the emotional or psychological well-being of the student. Next, we move to our literature review. So these studies consist of 6 literature review. So let's take a look for the first three. Okay, for the first one has been put by Claudia Christian, 2016, the importance of perception to find out students' expectation towards their ambition. So this is the importance of student perception to find out their preparation towards their achievement in achieving their dream, achieving their ambition like that. And the second one is has been cited by Moses Arlington, 2015. Students' perception towards counseling services in decision making will expecting it to be the central concept of decision making. So it is really important. And the third one is students' perception towards guidance and counseling services can help them in terms of educational transition. These have been mentioned by Rachel Ibrahim, 2014. So let's move to the next literature review. So the fourth one is well-trained counselors can affect the perceptions or the effectiveness of counseling services. They have been cited by Samuel Asai Amor, PhD, 2015. And the next one is when the school guidance and counseling services are not provided for effectively, both teachers and students develop perception which hinder the continued same within the continued same. So it is really important for both teacher and students because teacher subject and counselor teacher is different. So counselor is need to determine the well-being, the determination, the preparation of the students to the theater level of them for how they want to prepare themselves mentally and physically, mentally and the awareness that they need to know before they go to the third the tertiary level um, of their education level. And the last one, the last literature review is comprehensive guidance and counseling program addresses the needs of all students by facilitating their academic, career development, and personal social development. So counseling, guidance and counseling services cover the holistic aspect of student well-being. So now let's move to methodology of conducting research. So the participants is the voluntary sample of 116 respondents from 400 population of school students from Sekolah Menengah Agama Pulau Tawa, which is the age range is around 13 to 17 years old. So the measurement of this it has been of this questionnaire is it has been spread by using online platform which is WhatsApp, and it's been collected by using Google Form, and it consists three section, which is the first one is demographic, just only for demographic information. And the other two is the first construct and the second construct. The first construct is the perception, and the second construct is the benefits of guidance and counseling program. So let me move to the next slide. So the margin of confidence and error. The margin error was 10%. Meanwhile, the confidence is 79%. So it is the minimal sample size as 78 from the population, but the researcher able to gather and collect the data around 116, which is above and over the minimal sample size. The research design I have mentioned just now, but each construct consists 15 questions. So for the boost construct consists 30 questions that need to be answered by using a Likert scale. And the reliability for both construct is 0.9 above. That's proof that the both construct is reliable. And the construct has been extracted from one of the research article by Michael Ibrahim 2014. Next is our result and finding. So this is the important part for my study because it consists and it shows the notable result of the students from the integrated religious school. Okay, so discuss about the first construct, which is student perception towards guidance and counseling program. As you guys can see there, there's a slight, just only a slight difference between agree and not sure. Let me take a look for the first 5 questions. So the first one is the counselor help me to make the choice. Make the choice. And then most of them answer agree. And it's okay. The second one is counselors provide care tests to help identify differences, personality, and interests. And third, not sure. Even though there's just only have one slight difference, but yeah, they still answer it not sure. And the third one is counselor help me plan my studies journey after high school. So you can see that most of them are agree with this statement. And the fourth one is counselors give me a list of careers that suit my interests. most of them, and they also have a slight difference between agree and not sure. Okay, and the fifth one is counseling services help me in dealing with career problem, and most of them answer it not sure as well. So let's really proceed to the next construct. Next question. The career guidance a unique invite speaker on Thursday. So you guys can see, everyone can see there. There's a slight difference between not sure and also agree. For this question, you can see that most of them are not sure with those statements that have been issued. Counseling helped me make a positive differences in my career life. Career counseling makes me work hard for my own ambition. Counselors help me to assess career information. Counselor help me to achieve my academic goals. But if everyone notices that there's not half of the population who answer this question answer it for not sure or sure. It is just only there's only a slight difference, but it still have a person who answer it not agree, disagree with the situation, with the statement. So let's we take a look to our last part for our first construct. Okay, as you guys can see there, these have tremendous difference for our 11th question, which is the counselors reduce my anxiety in choosing my career. So most of them answer it, half of them answer it not sure. So it can be seen as well to number 12 and 13, but the slight difference happen. The difference happen for disagree for them to answer it disagree when it comes to number 15 and 14. Which the career counselor do not motivate them, and my friend is not interested in career guidance. So most of them answer it disagree, but still, there have a person who answer it agree and not sure. Let's move to our second construct, which is the perception toward helpfulness and helplessness and benefits of guidance and counseling program. So it is different than our first construct. These have the slight difference between agree and disagree. For let's we take a look for our first five questions. So the counseling services can make me think positively about what is happening in my life. Most of the answer is they agree and it helped me in dealing with my problem. The answer is disagree. It helped me to understand myself. Also answer is disagree, even though there's like different there. It made me understand the need of to be merely human being. Yeah, at this time this only we just only have a slight difference between one person between agree and disagree. Same goes to five. Help me to listen to my personal problems. Consists around 5% different for disagree, but most of the answer is disagree. Okay, so same goes to the perception of towards same goes to the second part of this construct. Most of them answer it disagree for this construct. So as you guys can see here, um, the determination and the perception of these students toward the services that have been implemented by guidance and counseling services in this school are not meet the expectation of what the statement meant to be for them. Same goes to the last part of this contract. They also answer it differently. It is more notable when it comes to I can explore the nature of my anxiety, which is the most important thing. Another important thing that the counselor needs to done towards the students' mental health well-being. So, for the conclusion, it is really a need to have some sort of awareness toward what is the counseling services, especially among the students for integrated religious school. So to make sure that they understand what is the service already are. So here the recommendation. So it is needed to conduct another studies to make sure that we can find the the whole issue, the whole concerns regarding for how those religious schools, secondary school student perception towards the services, guidance and counseling services in the school. So it is really need to find out the concrete empirical studies and facts to make it essential to make the implementation of guidance and counseling services are essential to every school in Malaysia. So that's all from me. I'm so sorry if there any mistake happened throughout the presentation, and hope every point of information that has been presented just now is and beneficial. And that's all. Thank you very much. Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh.